Ever's lone wolf. Press X to get closer. My eyes, they hurt. Write your story, extras, options. Extras? Joe Dever. He's an author and game designer who began his career as a musician and recording engineer. In 1976, he created the fictional world of Magnamund as a setting for his early role-playing games. In 1982, he became an RPG world champion. In 1984, his original series Lone Wolf adventure game books were first published and became an international success. They have sold over 10 million copies worldwide. From 1996 onwards, Joe has been involved in the design, scripting, and production of several successful computer and console games. Cool! Change font. Dumbledore. Previous page. What the fuck? Play DC Universe online or Warframe when? I don't know, man. New game, new game, new game. Normal. You are a lone wolf. Your life is not an ordinary one. You assess the encounter all challenges with. Make your choice. Oh boy. The multiple choice menu lets you choose your path and write your own story. Pay attention on what you decide. Your actions shape the world around you. Select each icon with the left stick to display its description, and then confirm your choice with the confirm command. You always prefer a straightforward and decisive approach, although it's often reckless. You rely on your dexterity and intuition to overcome any obstacle. You assess the details of any situation before attempting to overcome an obstacle. Violence! You encounter all challenges with strength. Many are the battles you have fought in the defense of Summerlund, wielding your... oh boy. Sword, mace, axe, sword. Wielding your sword. You are more than a gifted warrior. You possess special Kai disciplines that give you the mastery of survival. Oh. Mind Blast and Mind Shield. Transform your mind into a powerful physical weapon and whatever that is, shield. Mind over matter lets you manipulate objects in your immediate environment. Telekinesis. Animal kinship enables you to communicate with them. No, you are able to perform extraordinary martial feats due to your mastery of weapon skill. Yes. Camouflage, Sixth Sense. Camo. You are more than a gifted warrior. You possess special Kai disciplines that give you mastery of survival, mind over matter, weapon skill, and camouflage. for Summerlund and the Kai. Hey, it's me, I think. Swords do not inflict high damage, but they are easy and quick to use. Yes, these are my choices. Alright, let's go.
For many centuries, the Kai Lords defended their kingdom of Sommerland from the Dark Lords of Helgedad. Many battles were fought and won by the Kai, but finally came their demise. 3 years ago, the monastery of your warrior order was attacked by the armies of the Dark Lords. The Kai were destroyed.
No, the Kai
were the only one who survived the final battle. All seemed lost, but you retrieved the Sommersword, the one weapon that can slay a Dark Lord of Helgedad. You slew Zagana, the Dark Lord leader, and saved your kingdom from destruction. Now, the lesser Dark Lords hunger to take their revenge. It falls to you, the last Kai Lord of Sommerland, to crush their evil schemes once more.
Right. So, next page. Alright. Loading! Oh, shoot. Blood on the snow. You can turn the pages with the confirm command on the arrow keys. In the book, you could also go back to any previous page. Oh, that's a lot to read. You are Lone Wolf, the last of the Kai Lords and sole survivor of a massacre that destroyed your elite warrior order. You would prefer fuck, I cannot read today. You would prefer not to be where you find yourself now, in the narrow mountains, past blanketed with crisp snow flaked by shadowy timberlands, where icy winds whistle through the branches and chill you to the bone. You would prefer not to be here, but duty has called you to this remote part of your domain. You are the Friar? I don't know, of this territory, and you are responsible for the safety and security of the handy summerlanding folk who live and prosper. In this harsh mountainous borderland, you have received a disturbing report of enemy activity around the mining village of Rockstarn. And all communication with the village has ceased. Fearful that settlement may have been attacked by Gaiax and other Darklands raiders, you have come here to assess for yourself the true situation. And there is a wolf picture. Which triangle? Oh. Both interface. The red bar represents your health, the blue one is your mana, and the green one is your stamina? Each of these icons let you access different sections of the book. There are to put your belt to good use, place potions or other items in the slots, and access them while fighting. Choose wisely, since you won't be able to open your inventory during combat session. Additional belt slots can be unlocked by upgrading your Kai armor. Okay. Aha. Character sheet. The character sheet lets you check Lone Wolf's status. It also contains useful information about fighting abilities related to the weapons you have equipped. Improves melee damage. Strength improves melee damage in Lone Wolf's natural armor. Intelligence improves all Kai disciplines. And Summer Sword damage and low turn duration countdown only. Dexterity improves dodge / parry rating and the critical chance of all techniques. Okay, I already read that. Sunburst. You unleash the power of Summer Sword as a surging stream of divine fire which hits a singular enemy. Right. Master skills of a tracker, hunter, or explorer. For a brief period, your survival instincts grant you health regen each time you inflict damage with a weapon. You can manipulate your surroundings to overcome obstacles and enemies. This powerful skill enables you to lift some objects and hurl them at your enemies using only the power of your mind. The enemies themselves can be thrown to the ground. You can perform extraordinary martial feats because of your mastery of weapon skill. You imbue your main weapon with Kai power. For a brief period of time, your melee inflicts increased damage and requires no endurance to be executed. Camouflage. You become one with your surroundings. It will help you move and act with enhanced secrecy and stealth. For a brief period of time, your melee attacks always hit their target and generate critical hits. You also become more likely to dodge or parry or dodge. Alright, cool. Quick attack, alright. Heavy attack. Combined attack. A single bullet can trigger an additional sequence of 3 strikes so long as each strike connects successfully. The execution of the whole sequence inflicts high damage, 600 to 900 stamina. Alright. That's the map, isn't it? It is, alright. After a seemingly endless trek through snow and ice, you have almost reached your destination. Your horse becomes increasingly nervous as you approach the outskirts of the mining settlement. Hey, it's me, but on the horse. The smell of wood smoke is being carried along the chill air, and its acrid aroma unsettles you both. This is not the reassuring smell of smoke that arises from hearth or furnace. In the depths of winter, this is the smell of wanton destruction. Your heart sinks. You have journeyed here as quickly as the harsh weather would permit, but despite your valiant effort, you may arrive too late. So this is my quest log, isn't it? Yeah. Journey contains additional information about your mission and the world around you, together with the quest items. Legendary weapon. 3 years ago. Item view. I can view the item? Oh, yeah. Can't be sold. Aw, man. 3 years ago, you retrieved the Sword of the Sun. After a perilous quest, Summerlund had been invaded by the forces of Dark Lord Zagarna, and you returned home in time to slay him. Codex. You'll find information about the story. Alright. Okay, there's a few monsters. Make your choice. Yeah, that's not. Let's go. The force clings to the steep mountainside on both sides of the trail. The ground here is very difficult to traverse. on foot and impossible on horse. Oh god, back it comprises jagged rocks and loosely shale interspersed with treacherously deep and narrow fissures. And they are all covered by a blanket of ice and snow. It will be a very difficult route to take, but if you were to always keep the trail in sight, it would be a sure way of reaching Rockstar. You dismount and pat your horse's head reassuringly. Then you retrieve your equipment and personal items from the saddlebag. The horse senses that you must leave him now and go ahead alone. He neighs softly yet sadly. Fear not, dear friend. You have fulfilled your duty with courage. Now you must return alone to the monastery, where you will be safe. Go as fast as you are able. We shall be reunited there before too long. Your horse lowers his head, and affectionately he nuzzles your shoulder. His unquestioning love and loyalty warms your heart. With the last pat of his forehead, you send him on his way back along the track to a mountain road that leads to the Kai Monastery. You watch him go. He is lost among the trees. Then you steel your nerves and resolve to reach Rockstar as quickly as you can on foot. You tackle the difficult ascent with dexterity until you find that the way ahead is blocked by a vast wall of snow. The obstruction is a result of an avalanche that swept down the mountainside a few days earlier, carrying with it many trees and loose boulders. The village of Rockstar lies beyond this great wall of snow and shattered timber. Make your choice. Oh boy. It's going to be dangerous, but you decide to climb. You don't mess with the split. You feel there must be a way to clear the snow. Let's just climb it, bro. Making a decision through multiple choices may trigger an action event. Be ready for anything or face the consequences. In order to perform a precise action event correctly, wait for the external outline to touch the center circle. When the circle glows, press the correct command. If you fail, the circle disappears. Oh, okay. In order to perform a directional action event correctly, perform the suggested movement with the left stick. If you fail, the arrow will disappear. Oh boy. Turning back now is not an option, so you really have no choice but to attempt to climb over the great mass of snow and debris. Without climbing, this proves to be a difficult and exhausting task. Yet, your natural agility and dexterity prove more than adequate when put to the test. At length, you reach the summit of the avalanche and stop to catch your breath. From your elevated position, you catch your first glimpse of Rockstar. The roofs of its building are wreathed in smoke. The village is less than a mile from the base of the avalanche, and the remainder of the mountain trail ahead is open and clear of obstructions. Encouraged by this, you make your way easily down the far side. When you reach the trail, you start to run. You have lost too much time already. Hi, Candy Kid. You follow the road as it shakes gently through the high timberland, and it is not long before you see the path. You see the path starting as it approaches the entrance of Rockstar. A whirling gray spire of smoke is rising. How have you been? I've been doing good, enjoying my spring break. What about you? A whirling gray spire of smoke is rising to the cloudy sky above this ravaged settlement. It is being carried along by the icy breeze that whips and howls through the main street. A rustling sound makes you freeze in mid-step. Slowly you turn to face the sound, and you see a pair of hooded amber eyes? Amber, like the color amber. I've been missing talking with you and more on Discord, but other than that, I've been good. That's good. A pair of hooded amber eyes staring at you from the cover of the snowy foliage. They are the eyes of a wolf, an old male with a distinctive patch of white fur in the center of his forehead. You sense that the rest of his pack is close by. Wait, what? Huh? The wolf pack leader nuzzles his way through the foliage and approaches you. Oh no. His thick gray body fur is highlighted with gold-covered hairs that ripple and gleam. As he draws closer, he is a powerful hunter, yet you have no need to be afraid of him. With a narrowing of his wise eyes, he warns you that great danger lies ahead. Yes, my friend. You murmur quietly. Yet face this danger I must. Here are my people. They are my pack. I am their leader, and I must protect them. Oh no! World map. The world map lets you decide which narrative section to unlock next. Pay attention when you choose. Some decisions can't be undone. It also lets you access merchants you have unlocked. The world map can be accessed from the tome interface. Meditation is the skill that Lone Wolf uses to rest and recover vitality points, endurance, and Kai. You can meditate only before leaving your current location before triggering a new narrative section. If you are ambushed while meditating, you'll start combat sessions with your Kai powers on cooldown. I can get ambushed? Wait, what? While moving on the map or during meditation, there is a chance you will trigger random encounters. Alright, let's go to this. Do you want to write your story from here? Yeah? The village of Rockstar was once a thriving and vibrant mining community nesting among the slopes on the surrounding mountains. Life here on the border with the Darklands is harsh, yet the villagers of Rockstar are a hardy and industrious community. They are fiercely loyal to you. Their liege lord and to King Olnar and Summerlund. Now Rockstar lies silent and smoldering. The noise from its steam engines and its armory no longer echoes through the high peaks. Cautiously, you approach the entrance to the village. That's just the chat repeating. You approach the entrance to the village. It is eerily quiet. The smell of wood smoke that you detected from a distance is now heavy, with the cloying stench of death. Oh, that's not good. You stare unblinkingly at the horrific scene that greets you. The blood-soaked, lifeless bodies of the villagers lie strewn about the streets. Many were cut down as they fled, while others died, fighting desperately to protect their loved ones in their homes. Recent snowfall has covered the slate with this thin white shroud sparing a thin white shroud sparing you the unsettling sight of their gaping frozen wounds. Oof. All around, several shops and dwellings have been badly burned or completely destroyed by fire. There are too many victims here. There are too many victims hereabouts for you to gather their bodies. And give them a decent burial. As is the customary practice of Summerlund, the terrible price that has been paid by the villagers of Rockstar. Partly as a consequence of your late arrival, weighs heavily on your heart. You close your eyes, raise your face to the cloudy sky, and make a silent plea of Goddess Ishir to gather and protect the souls of the slain. You open your eyes and advance along the main street, your nerves as taut as wounded steel wires. Then you hear something. It's the sound of bare feet on fresh snow. It is followed by the rattle of loose armor and a gurgling growl that sets your pulse rate pacing. It is a Gaiak. What is a Gaiak? Don't know what you just said, but hopefully it's not anything racist. But it drools through its sharp, uneven teeth. Do you recognize the foul Gaiak language? And know it is enough of it to translate the creature's chilling utterance. I bring you a slow death. Your fears are confirmed by the presence of this hateful Gaiak. Rockstar has been attacked by a Gaiak raiding party. The creature stalking towards you is only one of many now occupying the village. The Gaiak closes in and defiantly you stand your ground. You can expect to receive no mercy from this creature, and it will give you none in return. Battle! We're fighting! Yeah, let's go! Oh shit. Summer Sword. Melee techniques, Kai powers, ranged weapon. When the action buttons appear near Lone Wolf's body, it means that it is your turn to strike. Each button grants you access to a specific class of abilities according to its position and look. Wait, what? Do it to its position and look. During your turn, make choices before the yellow bar empties. You won't be able to attack or use consumables before the bar is completely refilled. Oh, melee. Quick strike, heavy attack, combined attack. You can perform 3 main combat techniques with the weapon you wield in your main hand. A quick strike that is difficult to dodge or parry. A heavy blow that is slower but deals more damage, and a lethal combination of attacks. Offhand abilities: Wolf Slice, Wolf Charge, Wolf Resilience. When a melee weapon is wielded the offhand, it makes special combat abilities available in the circle menu. These abilities add further layer of strategy to the battles. Try them all and define your fighting style. Green bar represents your endurance, which is the resource you use to perform physical actions, including all melee combat techniques and offensive action events. Oh, I see. Alright. Kai Discipline action button is placed over the belt when pressed to displace your Kai disciplines. Just as the other action button works. Blue bar represents your, which is the, yeah. Ouch, ouch. The ranged weapons. Precision effects? Oh no. In order to perform precision action effect correctly, okay, so it's another QTE. Silver Sword. Alright. I killed him! Let's go! Oh, there's another one. Oh! Whoa, that was close. Some attacks cause alter stats to both enemies and Lone Wolf. Each status has different characteristics, and some of them are cured by elixirs. Physical damage over time, so bleeding, fire damage, poison damage, stunned so you can't do actions, and blindness. Alright. Bonk. 437, damn. Shield slap. Ouch. What? Okay. What? Alright. Ooh, looting. You derive no pleasure from killing, but if there is only one survivor still alive in the village, you vow to do everything you can to find and keep them safe. You turn away from the Gaiax corpses and scour the surrounding buildings for signs of life, but this part of Rockstar and its inhabitants were hit especially hard. It looks as if the Gaiax wanted to make doubly sure that nobody could escape and raise the alarm. The houses and stores are badly damaged. Their once fine facades blackened and charred by fire. The closest building is near to collapse. Much of the roof has fallen in and its walls are cracked. And hold. Above the smoldering door, you can still see a sign and make out the inscription, Hankar's store. The store is in such a dangerous condition that that you feel it is unsafe to enter it. However, it has an attached warehouse that has survived, I'm assuming. Yeah. Virtually intact. You try to enter, but the door has been barred from the inside. Can I just bust it down? Try to reach a large hole that you spot. Concentrate your mind over matter. Yeah! Strength! Bash the door! Bash the door! Bash the door! You bash the door, let's go. You give the door a forceful shove, and its charred wood disintegrates. The door collapses, and you rush into the store with your weapon in hand. Within moments of entering, you are confronted by angry Gaiax who are ready to attack you and fight to the death. More fighting! Let's go! Bash the door. Bash the door. When you're fighting two or more enemies, you can choose which one to attack by switching targets. Ah, okay, cool. Ow! What? Defense. Oh, I missed it. No. Whoops, that was an accident. Alright, that one's gone. Ouch. Ouch. He's gonna die, isn't he? Boop. Oh, execution? Oh, God. I just executed that one. Loot the corpse. Loot the corpse. Ooh. Aspirin? Wait, that's a sword. This was once a thriving general store, but now it lies in ruin. Its structure badly damaged by fires that were started deliberately by the marauding Gaiaks. Much of its stock has also been looted or despoiled by these unwelcomed invaders. A map of Rockstone in the surrounding mountainous areas hangs on the soot-blackened wall. This mighty village is built on a plateau of rock overlooking this sunken forest. The entrance to its famous Bronin mines is locked in the southeast part of the crater-like wall of rock that surrounds and contains the wooded depression. You suspect that Bronin may be the reason why Gaiaks have attacked Rockstar in force. You search through the debris that covers the floor, but there is little of value to be found. You are about to stop your search and leave the store when behind the store's counter you discover something that sparkens your curiosity. It is a large wooden chest, and it is locked. Lockpicking tutorial? Oh my god. We're lockpicking, boys. Oh boy. We're lockpicking. To open the lock, you must find the right position. Yeah. You could try and force the lock with your knife. You could force the lock with the knife when it's moving the right stick to your left. You can't when it's while you're moving the pick. When forced, the lock will start rotating. Depending on the pick position, the lock will rotate more or less. When you'll find the right position for the pick, forces with the... When you'll find the right position for the pick, force with the knife and the lock will open. If the pick is not in the right position and you force the lock, the pick will start losing its durability. If you force too much, the pick will break. You can decide to give up at any time by pressing the back command. That was easy. You managed to pick the lock, and now the container lies open in front of you. You look inside to find some valuable items that could be useful. What's in there? Damn! Bread, leather, a potion, and throwing knives. When you leave the store and return to the main street, a gust of icy wind bites into the exposed flesh of your face, and the sun chill makes you shiver. The winter sun is completely obscured by thick gray clouds, yet you are able to tell the time without its helpful presence. It is nearing midday. Ooh. Oh, let's meditate here. You feel rested enough. Let's go to the thingy here. Do you want to write your story? Yes. You follow the main street, tense and alert. You follow the main street, tense and alert, ever watchful for signs of human life and Gaiac raiders. Suddenly, the door of a nearby building is thrown open into the street. Pour a gang of Gaiacs, growling and waving their back-bladed weapons above their loathsome heads. You steal yourself from imminent combat, but your concentration is broken when you glimpse a human is among their number. It is a girl in her late teens, with short dark hair and sharp sparkling eyes. Judging from her appearance and her clothing, she does not look like a typical rockstar villager. Make your choice. You take advantage of the confusion to observe the girl. Let me just, there we go. You leave behind a heap of charred timbers and crouching down with your breath held and your nerves as taut as wounded steel wires. Again, cautiously you peer through a gap in the crisscross of fire-blackened beams. You are not sure whom this girl owes her allegiance. You are not sure to whom this girl owes her allegiance. Is she assisting the Gaiacs, or is she their prisoner? Your question is soon answered. The girl breaks free from the gang of Gaiacs that surrounded her, and she runs into the middle of the street. Then she spins on her heel to face the pursuers. In the blink of an eye, she upholsters a small crossbow from beneath her cloak. It is unlike any crossbow you've ever seen before. That's a weird looking crossbow. She levels the strange crossbow at the leading Gaiac. She sends a steel bolt straight between her creature's hateful eyes. The other Gaiacs, confident that the girl's weapon is now empty, growl with glee and leap towards her. She fires again, with another Gaiac falling dead. Then another. The crossbow is reloading itself as fast as she can fire it. Shocked by the unexpected firepower of her crossbow, the remaining Gaiacs shriek with shock and retreat in disorder. Quickly, she holsters her weapon and sprints across the street towards the gabbled horses on the opposite side. A loud and angry cry grabs your attention, and instinctively you turn to face the threat. A gang of Gaiacs are moving towards you with murder in their eyes. More Gaiacs to defeat. Oh! Shit. Bonk! I missed somehow? An attack. There we go. Then, face the other guy? No, he's attacking me again? Alright. Face the other guy? I can't do anything. Ouch. Ouch. Oh, there's the third one. Oh, we got a defense up. He's dead. Alright, I failed that attack apparently. Let's try the silver sword. Oh my god! Alright, so this silver sword is kind of broken. Here we go, quick attack. There we go. Hydrate real quick. Heavy attack. Oh. Alright, cool. I don't have anything though. Shit! I missed every single one, I'm cooked! Cool. Alright, back to reading text. The girl is nowhere to be seen. Oh, quest update. You focus your gaze on the house opposite and detect flesh tracks leading towards the front door of the largest house. It has escaped. What did? The fire that has ravaged much of this area, and clearly you can read the ornate sign fixed above the door. Redalion the Inventor. Stealthily, you approach the front door and twist its iron handle. It is locked. Oh man, make your choice. Lockpick the door. Lockpick the door. Lockpick the door. Lockpicking, let's go. Oop. Oh no, I lost a pick. There we go. You hear a click of the lock opening, and you reach for the door handle. One twist and it easily opens on its well-oiled hinges. Cautiously, you enter the doorway and catch your first glimpse of the interior of Redallion's house. It is furnished with sturdy chairs and tables, all stacked high with blueprints of inventions, prototype clockwork devices, and tools of all kinds. Your eyes adapt quickly to the dark interior, and your eyes detect the scurry of female feet shod in soft leather. From out of nowhere, the girl comes running towards you. Who are you? She demands to know. I am Lone Wolf, and I am your liege, lord. You reply, taken aback by her impertinent tone. And who are you? And who are you? I'm Lendra. Jean Rebellion is my father. Father! Jean Rebellion is my father. Leandra's voice is tense and irritable. It's as if she represents having to answer your simple question. Or resents having to answer your simple question. This is not how the villagers would normally address their liege lord. And you assume she must be in a state of shock. Thank you, my lord, she says, her voice dripping with sarcasm. So gracious of you to visit your humble little village. Such a pity you arrived too late. Far too late. Her harsh words shock you into stunned silence. You are a little unnerved by her disrespect and her belligerence. Can I punch the woman? You remain silent as you ponder on the girl's irreverent manners. Bah! The girl becomes angry when you remain silent. Your stony expression greatly annoys her. Her sharp eyes blaze with resentment, and she launches herself at you in a fit of rage. She is very agile and full of fighting spirit, but she is no match for Kylord. You grab her flailing arms and subdue her. But not before you receive a glancing blow from her right fist that bruises your chin. No! When she stops struggling, you really release her, and she takes a few steps backward. She is still very upset, but at least she has managed to regain her fiery rage. You try to reassure her that help is on the way. I came as soon as I received word that you were in trouble. I have sent an urgent message to the king, and he will send troops here to deal with the Gaiacs. Of course, that you can be sure. The girl softens her expression, her harsh expression, and nods her head, acknowledging your words of comfort, but she does not say anything in reply. You sense that she is not entirely convinced that what you say will come to pass. She goes to the front door and closes it before she says anything more. The girl goes and stands next to a latticed window in front of the house. Anxiously, she peers into the street beyond. She is fearful that more Gaiacs will arrive soon and try to break into her house. Anyways, you stand on the other side of the window and try to get her to talk to you. Together, you keep watching for marauding gangs of Gaiacs. Or marauding? I don't know. Marauding gangs of Gaiacs. After a few minutes of uneasy silence, finally she relents and tells you what has happened in Rockstorm. She also tells you something about herself and her famous father. A large raiding party of Gaiacs, supported by Drakkarim, attacked the village the day before yesterday. They gained entry into the village by way of the large steam-powered elevator platforms. This elevator is used to hoist wagons of Bronin ore and convey miners with an E to the floor of the sunken forest. Rockstar was attacked during the day. From this fact, you deduce that the raiders were not forced upon killing the town folks, since they launched their attack at a time when the village was least occupied. Many of the villages were down in the sunken forest when the attack began, either working in the mines or gathering timber. These lucky ones have all since taken refuge in the mines, which may well be the safest place to be present and certainly the easiest to defend. Unfortunately, the timing of the attack caught the most vulnerable villagers unawares and undefended. You recall the macabre sight that greeted your arrival, and a shiver runs down your spine. The armies of the Dark Lords are cruel beyond reason. They delight in murder and mayhem, and know no other way. Leandra is unsure about precisely what the raiders came for, but she stayed behind to sabotage the elevator. She acted with the help of Tarlor, the village sheriff. By doing so, she would prevent the Gaiacs from pursuing and killing her kinfolk. Before they could reach the sanctuary of the mines, she has since played cat and mouse with the Gaiacs, constantly moving and hiding to avoid being captured or killed. She tells you that she removed the three essential parts from the elevator mechanism: the compression valve, the drive chain, and the control handle. She has one of the parts in her pocket. It is the compression valve. The other two parts are in separate locations in the village. Leandra tells you that Tarler, the sheriff, has the control handle, and that she hid. Oh, that's an I. That she hid the drive chain in the foundry near the ore smelting works, a large building located close to the cliff edge. Without these parts, the elevator is useless. The Gaiacs cannot return to the forest floor. They are trapped here. The cliff is steep and sheer. It is too treacherous to descend by rope. Landra is anxious to rejoin her father and the others who are now hiding in the mines. Rockstar is far too dangerous a place for her to stay here any longer. But she is sorely aware that the only way down to the forest floor is by using the elevator. To do this, she must have all three of the missing parts, so she could refit them and get the elevator working again. Make your choice. You are impressed by skill. Yeah, let's flirt with the person. You tell her that you are very impressed by the courage she has shown. Your compliment makes her smile, but only a little. It is the first time you have seen her relax or stir expression. How have you been able to survive in a village full of enemies, you ask? Landra's smile broadens. I followed my father's footsteps. as an inventor, but my work is, how shall I say, less theatrical and more personal. She flicks back her cloak to reveal her holstered crossbow. I am a crack shot with this. It has kept me out of harm's way so far, but now I have only a few bullets left. My ammunition is running out fast, and so too, I fear it is my luck. She reaches into her velvet pouch hanging from her leather belt. She clicks open its clasp and takes out a small metal cylinder, which she hands to you. I think this compression valve would be better off in your safekeeping. Please keep it secure. Our lives may depend on it. You take the compression valve and store it carefully in your backpack. Leandro stares directly into your eyes and says, I am determined to join my father and my people in the mine. You have come here to pursue the invaders and avenge the destruction they have wrought, is that not so? If you help me, then I will help you. You're going to need a working elevator to reach the 4th floor. Without it, you'll not be able to discover the reason for its attacks. Leandro says, when the Gaiacs discovered that I had sabotaged the elevator, they were furious. In their blind rage, they vandalized the pump room and boiler house. I must go there and make good any damage to the pump and boiler. It's no good replacing the missing parts if there's nothing to power the elevators. And while you're taking care of that, I shall search for the missing parts, you reply. Fuck. And while you're taking care of that, I shall search for the missing parts, you reply. Leandra, nods in her approval. Remember, she says, Sheriff Tyler has the control handle, and the drive chain is hidden in the foundry. I have little chance to hide it properly. There were 2 Gaiacs chasing me. As I recall, I threw it among some other chains that were lying on the floor. It is very different to these chains. It's smaller but it's well oiled. The foundry chains are dry and have much bigger links. Very good. This will help me to find the parts, you reply. Your immediate tasks are now clear. You must find Sheriff Tarler and retrieve the control handle. And you must go to the foundry and find the drive chain. Blood on the snow, too. Oh my god. I need some water, bro. I'm doing so much reading. That's just the settings. Alright. Yeah, I'm back. Alright. Leandra prepares for the mission. She prepares for the mission. Leandra prepares for the mission. She gathers up some food. And some tools. And she puts them in her backpack. As she's fastening the flap, she says something which surprises you. When I saw your face for the first time, I thought you were a grown man. But now you seem really young to me. Leandra shoulders her backpack. Weird way of saying that she put it on her back, but okay. Shoulders her backpack. Then she picks up a stiletto dagger and slips it inside her belt. There's an old tunnel in the cellar of this house, she says. And it runs all the way to the foundry. My father and I often used to go there and buy the brunnin and iron we use for our inventions. You can use it as well to reach the foundry without having to take... Whoops. Without having to take your chances out in the open. Or you can come with me and I'll show you where the sheriff's office is. The foundry on your own or the sheriff's office with Leandra, the choice is yours. We're gonna go with Leandra. Your crossbow is nearly empty. And where it is, all you have left are your wits and a dagger to use against the Gaiacs. No, I cannot let you take that risk alone, you say with a forceful tone. Leandra starts to protest, but you cut her off in the middle of her first sentence. We shall leave together, and that is the end of it. Oh, wait. We shall leave together, and that's the end of it. As soon as you can show me where the sheriff's office is, we shall split up. I will look for Tyler. You will go to the boiler house. Is that clear? Perfectly clear, she says, with more than a trace of resentment. You draw your weapon and move to the door. Leandra stays by the window and scours the street for signs of Gaiacs. It looks deserted, she says. Very well. Follow me and stay close, you reply. You pull open the front door and pause to make sure that Leandra is with you. She is standing in the doorway, her face frozen and her expressionless. Then you hear noises that make your heart skip a beat. Gaiacs are emerging from the shadows of neighboring houses. They are fast, closing on all sides. Where's the sheriff's office? Where's the sheriff's office? You shout, demanding Leandra. Demanding Leandra tell you before a fight ensues. She points along the main street towards the cliff, towards the end of the village at the cliff's edge. On this left 100 yards or so. That's all she said before that's all she could say before the first of Gaiacs come running at you, with their weapons held and ready to strike blows against your head and chest. Run! You shout, and Leandra is suddenly galvanized into action. She sprints away across the street as the Gaiacs surround you and press home their surprise attack. Time for a fight. Alright, he's gone. Oh, here goes another one. I thought I had my defense up. What? Chug it. Let's go for a bleeding attack. Okay, he's dead. Now it's just the big one. Ah, no, I didn't get to do the execution. Whatever. Another, okay, I've got 3 achievements so far, what? Holy achievements! On the left. That's just the thingy. Alright. You don't have enough space in your inventory. You approach the door of the sheriff's office and take note of a painted shield that is fixed to the wall. It bears distinctive emblems of Rockstar. I think I'm actually going to end it here, if I'm able to save. Okay, saving. So yeah, I hope you all enjoyed this little stream, and I'll see y'all later. Goodbye!